I know you're frustrated. We're all feeling it. The constant arguing, the division, the seemingly endless tug of war between opposing views. It feels like we're tearing ourselves apart, doesn't it? It's exhausting to witness friends and family clash over politics, social issues, and even everyday decisions. But what if I told you that this divisiveness, this polarization that's causing frustration, could actually be the key to our progress? What if our strong opinions, balanced with understanding, could change the world? Today, let's explore how we can turn this tension into a force for good. Life is like a tug of war. To move forward, one side must win, but not without pushing back and forth. This struggle, as exasperating as it can be, is necessary for progress. Think about it. In a tug of war, both sides are pulling with all their might. It's that very tension that keeps the game alive. The pushing back and forth in a tug of war is like the debates and disagreements we have in life. It's the struggle we must go through to move ahead, even when it seems like we're just going in circles. This struggle forces us to refine our arguments and clarify our beliefs. In tug of war, when one team wins, they may lose again later. This is actually good because it prevents us from leaning too far to one side. If one side always wins, they become complacent and lose sight of the other perspective. I get frustrated when we can't just make a decision and move ahead quickly. Maybe you've felt this way too. We live in a fast-paced world where instant gratification is the norm. We want solutions now. But many times in life, I've discovered that delay actually helped me. It prevented me from making more mistakes and forced me to reflect on my choices more deeply. For instance, there have been times when I've rushed into decisions only to realize later that taking my time would have led to better outcomes. The key in all this is to be open-minded, to see the value in the push and pull, in the delay, in the opposing view. Open-mindedness allows us to embrace uncertainty and complexity, rather than shying away from them. Throughout history, some of the most significant social advancements started with polarizing ideas. Civil rights, women's suffrage, environmental protection all began as tugs of war between opposing views. Every generation has faced its own set of daunting challenges. They faced the profound challenges of global conflict, economic hardship, and societal change, navigated the dawn of the digital age and a rapidly changing technological landscape. These challenges have shaped our world for better or worse. Today's polarization is just the latest in a long line of obstacles that we must overcome. By remembering the resilience of past generations, we can find strength and perspective in facing our current divisions. Strong opposing views shake things up. They're like a wake-up call for society, forcing us to question the status quo. Think about how movements have emerged from passionate disagreements. When we encounter opposing views, it drives us to dig deeper into our beliefs and values. We research more, we think harder, we articulate our positions better. Our opponents make us smarter. While recently debating with a friend, I ended up learning so much more about the issue from a different lens. Polarizing topics get people engaged. They drive us to voting booths, town halls, and community meetings, turning passive bystanders into citizens who care about their communities. When two sides disagree on how to solve a problem, it often leads to creative solutions. It's like a brainstorming session on steroids. For example, consider how tech companies often thrive on competition. Each new innovation pushes others to improve their products. Polarization makes us look inward too. It forces us to really think about what we believe and why it's important to us personally and collectively. Without compromise, we remain at a standstill in our tug of war. Finding middle ground is crucial to moving forward. It's how we arrive at solutions. If we don't come to some sort of agreement, we risk stagnating like a polluted body of water, unable to flow and thrive. To find compromise, we need to practice active listening. Really try to understand the other side, not just waiting for our turn to speak or refute their points. Look for shared values or goals, even in heated debates. Use these as bridges towards understanding and progress. You might find that you both want similar outcomes, but just differ on how to get there. Use and instead of but when discussing opposing views. This small change can make a big difference in how we approach disagreements. For example, we might say, I believe that some educators feel standardized tests puts too much pressure on students, and I recognize it is essential for measuring student performance. Don't just argue, act. Channel your passion into tangible changes in your community. Whether it's volunteering or advocating for policies you believe in, those who take action get results. Approach opposing views with genuine interest. Ask questions. You never know what you might learn from someone who sees things differently than you do. So next time you feel strongly about an issue, remember the tug of war. Embrace the struggle. Stay open-minded. Seek compromise. Your strong views balanced with understanding might just be the spark that ignites the next great change. So here's a challenge for you. The next time you find yourself in conversation with someone who holds an opposing view, ask them, "What do you suggest we do to resolve this?" You might be surprised by their response. Until next time, keep pulling, keep learning, and keep making a difference.